What is a sustainable city or a community? A sustainable community takes into account and addresses multiple human needs, not just one at the exclusion of all others. It is a place where people of diverse backgrounds and perspectives feel welcome and safe, where every group has a seat at the decision-making table, and where welfare is shared. In our opinion, our hometown Tartu is a very sustainable and balanced city. Its greenery, community events, and even infrastructure aims to please its citizens. Tartu is actually an excellent example of a sustainable community. For instance, Tartu is divided into 17 different districts. All these regions are different in infrastructure, and also each of them has a special vibe to them. The most famous community is Supilin, also known as Soup Town. For years, that part of town was feared because it was basically a very poor neighborhood with run-down houses that lacked modern conveniences. Nowadays, Supilin has actually grown into a very valuable residential area with a rich history. The same goes for Karlova, district with little charming wood-heated houses. These parts of town have grown into renowned districts because of the community. Residents have organized their own associations to manage the neighborhoods. The unity of a community is shown through special community days, during a couple of days each year, in which the association organizes different events, such as fairs, concerts, homemade bake sales, and many more festivities in the open air.
Here's one example of what can be done when citizens are involved in budgeting. In Tartu, each year organizations can propose their project ideas of what could be done better in Tartu. The project that gets the most votes from citizens during a public voting period wins, and their project gets funding from the city government. This is Tartu Mart Reiniku School's playground. It won the voting in 2017 and is now here for students and other citizens to enjoy. As we look through sustainable city solutions in Tartu, we have some ideas for further improvements too. Here are some examples from other cities across the globe. In Copenhagen, there are 5 times more bikes than cars, and over the past decade they have invested around 140 million euros into improving biking infrastructure. Now 45% of city's residents commute by bike every day. Even in winter, 80% of Copenhageners cycle throughout the winter. This is because cycling infrastructure is prioritized to be kept clean, therefore people continue cycling. That's one suggestion for Tartu too. It's important to keep cycling lanes clean in winter also. Next up is Hammarby Sjöstad in Sweden. It translates as Hammarby Lake City and is the first eco-city district in Stockholm. One advantage that Hammarby model possesses is that from the early beginning they plan to integrate several infrasystems. This includes technology, mobility, communications, building and green-blue infrastructure. District is using bioenergy and incineration of local waste to produce both locally generated heat and co-generated electricity. Waste is collected through pneumatic tubes, so no waste lorries need to enter the residential area at all. Trash is separated beforehand, including, for example, burnable and compostable waste. Tramline was built as the main commuting traffic mode, and so-called green belts flow through the district, which make living there more pleasing. Green rooftops have also been implemented. The Hammarby model has been now implemented in some other cities across the globe too. final example of which Tartu could learn from that we'll discuss in this video is Singapore. One of Singapore's largest and most visible eco-friendly initiatives is Gardens by the Bay. This sustainability is possible due to the lake system, the conservatories and the super tree grove. The lakes are an extension of the marina reservoir, and the plants and aquatic reeds within the lake clean the water that comes in from the reservoir of sediments, which is then used as part of gardens' irrigation system. Not only the greenery is brought into the city, but the buildings are also built by keeping in mind to be green. Throughout the city there are many green buildings such as the Capita Green Office Tower, the Park Royal on Pickering Hotel, and the Treehouse Condo near Bukit Timah Nature Reserve. Some of the Capita Green building's features include a double-skin facade that reduces the building's temperature and the sky forest that draws in cool air that helps to power aircon units throughout the building. So the lesson to be learned from Singapore is building greenhouses. One of them could be built right over here.